So this is something that's been around since like the test of time, and it's like the guys that do 20-minute bite-sized Warframe versus the guys that do long endurance runs or just endgame runs, period. It's been around for a very long time. It's like freshmen versus seniors. You know, things that you used to do in high school is like being in high school and then deciding if you want to go to college. You know, it's like corns versus collard greens. I don't know. It's a lot of different things out here. Salt and pepper. It's a lot of different things going on. Yo, guys, what's happening? Life of Rio here. And what we're going to be talking about today is casual builds versus endgame builds. Now, what you see how casual people build versus how an endgame endurance player kind of builds their builds. It's a lot of different things there with how they actually utilize certain mods. Now, for a casual build, I've noticed, and I've talked to a lot of different people before I made this video. So many different people send in builds, and I've talked to the casual community. I mean, I wasn't too welcome. I was a little bit frowned upon, but you know, they tend to see me as one of their own. And I was like, hey, it's okay. It's okay. I got steel fiber on Ash. It's okay. They're like, oh, he's one of us, you know? So basically what's going on here is that in the casual community, when people build Frost, they tend to build a lot of power strength. Now, here's something that I want to say. Power strength Frost is something that you guys know. I don't believe in that. But in the 20-minute community, anything is possible. And this is what I want to tell you guys. Anything is possible in the 20-minute community. And I've really come to understand why it's so weird for me to not understand where you guys are coming from. Because everything works in 20-minute runs. Have you guys not understand that? Because I didn't get it at first. Every single build works. I'm talking about equilibrium on Frost. I'm talking about no mods. Even if you don't play the game, it works at 20 minutes. Everything just works for you. It's legit crazy. But I've seen some of the builds that people have been using at 20 minutes. You know, different people that, you know, like 20-minute builds, or they do 20-minute runs and they go to mod for 8 minutes, and then different things locks off. So the way I look at it is this: fourth ability Frost is something that you're not going to use in endgame, but a lot of casual players love Frost fourth ability. They'll tell you things like, oh, Life of Rio, it strips armor and it's one of the best way to scales. But the bad thing about it is that after it strips armor, you kind of lose out on Frost's main important part of his build, which is the snow globe, and it strips armor. But the thing is that status chance can't really amplify the damage to how you would want it against enemies that are frozen, even though their armor is gone. So it lowers your kills per second, which means that in high endurance runs, you didn't just slow down your life support gains. But in 20 minutes, it doesn't matter. Because in 20 minutes, I'm talking about if you blink fast, enemies might die. I'm just saying, the flap of your eyelashes might just create a Zephyr's gust wind out there and you freaking look like a Pidgeot. I'm just saying different things are happening. But these builds I've seen that you can't really complain with people that do 20-minute builds, because it's something of just another world. The best way to explain someone that does a 20-minute build is kind of like, have you guys ever seen Stranger Things? The upside down world, things don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The upside down world, things are happening. I'm like, how do we get out? We got to find a portal to actually get to this end game standpoint. So I'm going to bring you guys and show you guys majority of the build. This is like 90% of the builds that I've received for Frost 20 minutes. And I've been asking questions like, hey, like, why do you use this? And they're saying because it's busted, it's broken, the fourth ability. And what people tend to do is build a lot of power strength on the 4. They don't really care about the duration because they're just using the 4 to clear out higher level target enemies. And what a lot of people tend to focus on right here is going to be the snow globe's health. I've noticed they don't really care about to where it says time invincible or invulnerable. They just care about the health. They want to stack the damage, the steel fiber, the health, everything up. That's what they care about. So I start freaking out. I'm like, I'm like, what is going on here? You know what I'm saying? So that's the main thing of what's going on. And I never understood. It's kind of like a fake way of actually noticing things. So for 20 minutes, the health of Frost's snow globe, it works perfectly. It's good for you. I'm not mad at you guys. Okay, it works. But in endurance runs or just high level runs period, The health on the snow globe literally means nothing. You can have 30,000 health, and that one bombard rocket is actually coming with 12,000 damage. So that's 2-3 rockets and your snow globe is completely gone. So what's then going to happen is in high-end gameplay, you're going to focus on just time invincible, like how long you're invincible. The 4-second invincibility is what you're going to focus on. And I've noticed that I've gotten a lot of like people that says they don't understand why wouldn't I build for the power strength when Frost can wipe a room and he's one of the best DPS. And I was like, what you say? Frost is a DPS? I was like, I was scratching my head. I started taking a walk outside. I went to go, saying chill with my dog. I was hoping for the birds to chirp just in case I don't have to make this video. But the 20-minute community is a weird breed of people. And I love you guys, but it's a disconnect, okay? It's a disconnect. So here's the thing. We're going to talk about a Frost endgame build on basically what you're going to be doing with Frost in endgame, and actually show you guys a build as well. Now, as you guys can tell, it's a little bit edgy. It's a little bit edgy. And that's just how it is, because most endurance players, or just most high-level players, period, level 100, if you hit in there, that's the start of the endgame. Most level 100 people, they know that the most important thing for when you're doing a Frost run is that power strength is not going to save you in long endurance runs. Power strength basically is like child support. It hits hard for a little bit, but the longer you go on and your kid gets older, then you get off child support and you're good. Now you're just living your times and your lives out, peacefully. And that's what the duration build is. I'm sorry, these analogies and everything going together, I don't know where my mind be, people. I don't know why y'all are listening, okay? So what's happening is that duration, 4 seconds. Yes, your globe is going to go down quick, but in high-end gameplay, the only way to really deal with the crazy, insane scaling damage that enemies do is to just ignore it. Talk to the hand. Whoopsie. You know what I'm saying? So how do you talk to the hand? How do you stiff arm that enemy out your face? How do you slide out of conversations? And it's this way right here. Frost invincibility, 4-second spam, and also with his ice wave. The ice wave augment with the duration is freaking amazing. Now what that's going to do is that it's going to slow down enemy fire, which is then going to keep your globe up a lot longer than the fact that you don't have any power strength and your globe will go down quicker. You slow down the enemy's rate of fire, which then reduces the amount of stress which is going to be on your globe. A lot of difference between casual builds and endurance builds and endgame builds is that a lot of players don't really think about the fundamentals and add-in mechanics of the game. They literally just basically focus on power strength, and it's just a very weird way on concept and how to build in Warframe for me personally. And now I think you guys doing your content the way how you're doing it is fine, but I'm not judging you all the way. I'm just saying if you would like to do endurance runs, you kind of have to think outside the box. You remember that little kid that was failing kindergarten because he kept coloring outside the lines? That was endurance players. We didn't know how to listen early. We were coloring outside the lines a little too quick. But you know what? We were creating masterpieces out here, So with Frost, with the Frost endgame build, definitely for survival or defense, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You're going to bring an ancient with you. We know that at high level enemies, the Warframe's abilities fade, and you cannot make it, well, some of them fade. You can't make it seem like it's always going to be there. It's not enough power strength in the game for you to be able to keep up with enemy damage, and that's what I'll be trying to explain to newer players who are trying to push further to go further. You can't think that there's enough power strength in the game to keep up with scaling damage. Listen, Warframe enemies don't care. They don't make no sense. There's no logic behind it. You ever ask somebody a question and they just gave you some foolishness and they walked away from you, but they know that they won the conversation and you feel stupid? Like, hey bro, what's today? It's 2 o'clock. What? And then they just leave the conversation and you just sitting there like, what? Like, you wanted to know the date. He tells you the time. It's weird out here, I'm telling you guys. But really do hope that you guys enjoy the video or the personality and the humor that I put into it. Much love to you guys. Thank you so much. Please share the video and please give the video a thumbs up. It helps the channel so much, but it's if you guys enjoy it once again. So shout out to the new community. The end game community is almost finished. We're working on the finishing parts in the Discord, so you guys can follow me over there on Twitch, and I'll be uploading a video. Please give the video a thumbs up as well. Follow me on Twitter. Thank you guys so much for the love. I freaking love you guys so much, and I love all of the new people here. Hope that you guys enjoy the videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and just have fun and smile, man. That's all life is about.